Hey there again, folks. Welcome back to New Day, New Game. And they're playing Orwell. Ignorance is strength. Being not smart is strong. But anyway, yeah. This I'm looking forward to. There's a game called Orwell, which I really enjoyed. I played it last year or year before last. I can't remember when I played it. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. So much that I actually went and saw that there was a sequel or another game of it anyway. And I bought it. I normally don't do that. I'm like, oh, there's another game in the series. I'll wait till like the winter sale or the summer sale, whenever's closest, or I'll catch it for cheaper. But I didn't. I bought it right then, and I didn't play it. I think it was on sale. I think it was on sale for like $8 at the time, which I think helped motivate me even more to buy it. But it's regular price $10. I checked right before I started recording. Yeah, really enjoyed it. If you don't know what this is going to be about, and I'm assuming this will be very similar to the first game. I looked at the screenshots, which is why my face is down here now. I don't think there's any place for my face to be that's not in the way some, but I think down here it'll be the least in the way. But yeah, what the game is about, you're a government, you're working for the government. And the first game involved, now this is how well I enjoyed the game. I have a terrible memory. I loved The Witcher 3. I can't remember a lot of details from The Witcher 3. But from Orwell, I do remember that there's a lady who... Well, the government has cameras everywhere. And they can monitor all your social media stuff. And there's a lady who had said some bad stuff about the government. There was a bomb that was set off in a place where she was, and it looked like she was the one who did it. So you had to actually go through her social media stuff, her emails. You could hack into that. You could actually hack into her computer itself and see if there's files and stuff like that. And then you find out whether she's associated with others, and then you go and look at theirs, and you try to piece together and see who the real criminal is, who the real perpetrator is. And even though you're trying to solve the mystery, it gives you a bit of an icky feeling because you're like, this is not right to do it this way, So yeah, it was really interesting though, because it was learning about the characters in a very unique way, in a really personal way. But anyway, let's create a profile. Create. My name is Shook. But yeah, I've had this installed on my computer for like a year and a half. When did I buy this? Let me see. I doubt it would tell. Oh, I did have it right. I did have it on the store page. Just clicked on the store page. Came out in 2018. It don't tell you when you buy it. It tells you when you last played it, don't it? So yeah, it would. I believe it was the year before last, like maybe in October, November, somewhere around there. But yeah, I've had it installed. I haven't ever deleted the shortcut icon because I had it there as a reminder to play it at some point. And I just never have. So I'm going to do it, Oh, I got to choose a profile picture. Oh, okay. I would say that would probably be the closest to me. Okay, it's optional. Next cell. I can tell you guys my email address. You're crazy. Please agree to the following terms. I am willing to severely affect the lives of citizens and non-citizens of the nation. I'll do whatever is necessary to keep the nation from harm. While working, I will only adhere to the statutes and principles of the office. Of the office! We're gonna have to do pranks and be really cringy, you know, like Michael Scott. I could manage some of that. I can handle those statutes. Okay. Welcome, Agent. Agent Investigator pairing. There are no investigators available for pairing at this time. Please refer to the regular Orwell program. Yeah, in the other one you get paired with this guy who is kind of telling you what you need to do, you know. Sort of a tutorial. Starts off as a tutorial, and depending on what you do, you affect how the game ends and how the people. So yeah, that's another thing that is really interesting with it. Because you can end the game early, you know, and be like, oh yeah, that person's definitely guilty. I don't think you can do it like real early, but you can do it somewhat earlier, you know. Test requires you to complete a set of tasks. Follow the on-screen instructions carefully and answer truthfully to the best of your beliefs. Note that an insufficient test result will disqualify you from special duty permanently. What? Drag and drop at least one of the highlighted statements, data chunks, into the answer sheet on the left of the screen. Note that your choices are permanent. Okay, I don't like the sound of this. Is there a Windows NT? That's not what I have. It's Windows 10. Okay. Which of the following statements are true to your attitude? Protect people from harm. Make it a safer place, and I don't mind getting paid to do it. Which of the following persons do you consider likely? Oh, this is wrong, man. This is wrong. Drag and drop data chunks into the answer sheet on the left of the screen. Note that your choices are permanent. I don't think any of them look like they've committed a crime. This guy looks angry. So I believe a crime may have just been committed to him. She is very stone-faced, like. So she might be trying to, you know, hide something. I'm going with this guy. He looks like he got away with something. He looks like he just got away with something. So I'm going to pick him. Which of the following statements do you consider to be true, if any? Well, this I can very comfortably put in there. It's getting mildly political, and more moral. Uh, within reason, an unjust law. I could say that within reason. I mean, if they were to make it illegal to, I mean, if they were to make, I mean, no, they wouldn't make pizza illegal to eat. And if they did make pizza illegal to eat, I guess I'd just die. You know, I guess I'd just die. No, I wouldn't die. Probably wouldn't die. Honestly, my body might go into shock if I didn't have enough pizza. It might just be like, what is all this stuff that's not pizza? I don't know what to do. Yeah. um, but I'm having trouble think. The problem with that is I'm having trouble thinking of any law that or scenario for it to have that could apply to. I believe there are some, but I'm having trouble thinking of it. So I'm thinking, yeah, I'm not that strong, and thankfully so. Government should safeguard the citizens by any means necessary. Don't feel super strong about that one either. Uh, a lot of means, but when I hear about any means, that makes me feel very so nah. No such thing as a justified lie. I think that I think justified. I think some lies can be justified. Like it sounds bad, but the children. Lie to your children. But I mean, if like some big disaster were to happen, while maybe not completely lying, it might be. I would think, an indirect, being a bit more indirect would be a good thing. Like uh, having trouble. I guess 9/11 would be the most recent one. Like, if a kid were to ask me, if I'd had a kid, then I don't think I would have felt comfortable saying, the full truth. I'd be indirect. Uh, so yeah, I would say that things along those lines would be good. It'd be okay. I wouldn't say good, but okay, and probably best. That's the only two sides of this every story. That's the only thing I feel like good putting there. Not even getting into the game yet. Given the choice, would you prefer to have your medical record or your dating profile investigated? Definitely, I'm fine with my dating profile. Huh? Okay, there we go. There's barely anything there. They're like, this is it? Really? This is it. So yeah. Not that my medical profile really has that much either. If I'm being myself, which information from your dating profile would you give to an investigator willingly? Would a dating profile have the sexual preferences and stuff? Tell I don't I don't do dating profile stuff, I figure, a dating profile would be like, I like movies and stuff. I wouldn't think it'd be like, what would be a sexual preference? Like positions and stuff, or boobs? I don't know. Um, yeah, I don't really have any problem with any of these. Well, actually, I take that back. That one's a bit of a kicker. Um, Not that I've chatted. I think I made one. I think I made it. Did I actually make one on? There was one called Geek or something. I can't remember if I actually made a profile. I was just considering it. But I guess if I were to talk to people, I had been talking to people on there. Uh, I wouldn't feel comfortable with that. And that's it's not their business. The government don't need to know that. Not that it's anything exciting. Confronted with the situation below, which action would you take? Your best friend boasts about having been accepted into Orwell. Since you are working for Orwell yourself, you know that talking about your job is punishable by imprisonment. Hmm. I feel like if I say, why is that one red? Why is that one red? Hmm. Well, that seems like a really bad idea. I feel like they're wanting me to say this one. I feel like if I say this one, it'll not let me continue, which would be interesting. Oh, okay. It just tells your. Is that a negative one? What? The office has rejected you as an agent for special duty due to your absence in the aptitude test. If you ask for it, the test shall be reset and you will be given another chance. What happens if I say that? Oh, I bet this is part of the test.
Hello, O'Brien. Is that you?
I have to disappoint you.
Vhart? Raban Vhart? How? After all this time? I didn't think you'd...
Remember what you did? Again, I must disappoint you. I've not been blessed with a short memory.
Vhart, Raban, listen. It wasn't me. I don't know anything about what happened there. That's the truth.
Truth. See, I never had much regard for the Bible, but there's one remarkable, groundbreaking moment. Before being sentenced to death, Jesus goes on and on about being a witness for the truth. But Pilate defies him with the simplest of all questions. What is truth? It is this particular question I've been pondering over for a very long time now. How much of the information ending up on our screens every single day has passed through so many other minds before, each one with their own bias and agenda. It is all cut down to size, proportioned, ready to be consumed. And yet we greedily swallow it all in blissful ignorance, because our hunger is unending.
Stop the nonsense and get to the point. What do you want?
To ask you a question. What is truth?
I don't understand.
Now you're the disappointing one. You of all people should, Oleg Bakay. There is only one thing about truth that is certain. Truth is dead. As you soon will be.
What? Why? You? How did you manage? How? Vhart! Vhart!
Interesting. I was kind of scared that we had messed up there. I think that was like the final test. I think that was a test question. Like, no, this is, I wonder what would happen if I said that. Okay, I'll redo it. It may have just instantly given me that loop, that I failed it or something. So you would accept disqualification just like that. You're either downright stupid or you are very loyal towards us. You might be exactly whom I need. Huh. So it actually registered me as disqualified. Interesting. My name is Ampleford. I am part of a special division within the government, the office. Tell Jim and Pam I said hello. We get called in for the delicate matters. A man named Oleg Bakay disappeared a couple days ago. The last we heard of him was the call I just played to you. Could have told me, about the situation before I listened to it, so I would know more what I was listening to. Add a transcript of that dialogue to your reader tool. You can read it again or listen to the recording. When you're done, open the unknown person profile on the left. So who's O'Brien? So O'Brien is the guy he was talking to. So Raban Vhart, okay. Or wait. Wait, no. Wait, what was the guy's name? Oleg Bakay. Okay, there we go. Well, what was he saying Vhart for? He said O'Brien, and then he said Vhart, Raban Vhart, and then he says it again. Then he says Vhart. Okay, unknown person. So I see you're not paired with an investigator. I guess I better walk you through some of the basics then. And you have to compile like profiles and stuff for people. With an Orwell, you take the role of the investigator. Mind you, you're not a regular investigator, though, but rather an agent on special duty. Your main task is to search online documents and extract relevant pieces of data called data chunks. Those data chunks appear in a multitude of documents, but will always relate to our investigative target in some way. In our case, that target is Bakay. For starters, upload Bakay's name from the transcript to his file by dragging it into the profiler on the left. Okay. Now, remember in the first game, there's details that you can do and that you can find, and sometimes you wouldn't want to do it. All the details, because if you're like, I don't think this guy's really, I don't think this guy's a culprit. I don't want to, but there was something negative, like he threatened somebody or something, which isn't good. But if you put that there, it's like, oh man, because they would comment like this lady is, like, oh, he did that. He must be the guy, and I'm like, I'm not so sure. I think he could be, but I need to investigate some more, So yeah, it's interesting. This profile is now primed on Oleg Bakay. Now other data chunks related to this person might appear. Check the transcript for newly found data chunks. So yeah, this is it's basically how the game works. You go through stuff, and there's highlighted stuff. Sometimes it'll be yellow, like some of them were in the little intro thing there, and you can only choose one or the other, and that's how you really affect how the game ends. I think there was maybe 6 or 7 different endings for the first game. I really enjoyed it. Was threatened with death. One related document found. It's nothing to say, isn't it? We're taking that as a death threat, as did the National Beholder. The National Beholder. It's a weird thing. Is it anything like the D&D Beholders? Now, whenever you upload a data chunk, Orwell will search for online documents with related content and add them to your bookmark. Never played like tabletop D&D, but I played like Baldur's Gate, Neverwinter Nights, those type games. Where was it? Oh, right there. Is anti-Cassar blog involved in Pargesian soldiers' disappearance? The National Beholder is the most respectable news site in the nation. You may browse their headlines freely to get informed. The recording of the call you heard ended up in their newsroom. Why? That's the piece of the puzzle we're missing right now. However, this article is a good starting point for our investigation on Oleg Bakay. To proceed, please adapt his picture and profession. A recorded call indicates direct involvement of blog, the People's Voice, and the disappearance of Pargesian Army officer Oleg Bakay. Pargesian Army officer Oleg Bakay has recently gone missing. It's a picture. He looks like us, according to the picture I chose earlier. An audio recording of a phone conversation between Pargesian Army officer Oleg Bakay and Raban Vhart was leaked to the National Beholder late Monday evening. Raban Vhart is known as the editor-in-chief and founder of the highly controversial blog, The People's Voice. In the ominous recording, which has since been verified by experts, the editor directly threatens the officer, claiming that Bakay would be dead soon. In the light of Bakay's recent disappearance, experts have developed a theory that the blog might be directly involved in or may otherwise have inside the incident. It's definitely suspicious. The fact that the recording was leaked by an anonymous source to the National Beholder has been interpreted as a direct threat to the Cassard administration of Parges and their alliance with the nation, which the blog openly and aggressively opposes. Okay. So there's his profile. Not exactly the most tender smile, but that's not what we're here for at all. Okay, so we can't click on we can't go to any other website there. So he's an army officer. As you see, Oleg Bakay is an important figure in the Parges army, our neighboring country. We're very concerned about his fate. Okay, so we can go to another thing. So this will create a new profile for Raban Vhart. Raban Vhart, that's the name that Oleg Bakay mentioned during the call. As you see, a new profile has been added, but since Vhart isn't the target person, Orwell will not search for related documents. Let's focus on Bakay for the moment. We'll get back to Vhart in a second. Okay, we've got that now, so that opened up this, his I guess his army thing. So he was, let me click back on him. He was a captain. Janice was his call sign. No, it's not Janice. My name's Oleg. Why are you calling me Janice? He's a field artillery officer. Got a Medal of Honor. Volunteered for military service. Basic combat training completed. Assigned for protection of Prava from the ongoing threat through the anti-government group Forces of True Parges during the Prava Civil War. There's a lot of backstory to this. I remember there being the same thing with the other one too. That was a little bit hard to keep track of. Got the Medal of Honor for saving civilians. Oh yeah, and he was promoted Corporal Sergeant. Wounded in combat, officially absent from service. for 2 years, returned reinstated as captain by privilege command. So that was a promotion. In charge of 1st Infantry Division Prava. Worked with 1st Law Enforcement Battalion of the Army of the Nation, training forces in Prava. Okay. Agent, you may have noticed that for every data chunk you upload, 10 minutes of time pass due to Orwell's extensive search algorithms. The events around us will unfold whether or not we are making progress on our case. Keep this in mind. Yeah, I was noticing that. So I guess what they're saying is you gotta be selective. You can't just throw everything on there. Protection of Prava. This seems important. A bloody mess, that civil war. Parges has suffered a great deal from it. So did the nation. That might be important, but I'm not sure. Okay, did that? Okay, yeah, that knocked out both of those. I was thinking that it should. So yeah, and you got the Medal of Honor. Oh yes, Oleg Bouquet is the Paragon of Honor. Okay, maybe Janice. Maybe that I do need to put that. I don't think I've unlocked anything. Janice, how fitting. He still goes by this call sign. I'm granting you access to our database, which you should have a look at. You'll understand it better after you see the files. So is that because of the me getting Janice there, or me getting everything? Well, yes, you are in fact worried about our relations with Parges because of Bouquet. You'll say the whole truth is more complex. As you're not a simple investigator, you have access to an Orwell build designed to meet the specific needs of the office. We can utilize the data stored in the profiler in the left to circumvent certain restrictions that would otherwise bar us from making progress. Make good use of this ability within our database and the data stored in Bouquet's profile so far to solve my little mystery. Can I type? Okay, there we go. Come on. Okay, there we go. That's actually new. I don't think we had to do that in the other game. You did. Well done. I'll leave you to your well-deserved info for a moment. To truly understand why the case is so precarious. Okay, so this is a profile. May 4th, 1975. Nationality Pargesian. Address redacted and the department redacted. Confidential informant as officer of the Pargesian Army. Registered devices. Ooh. Now that's where this game gets crazy. Because we can log into his phone and check his text message. What's even crazier is when people are talking in real time and you're listening and you're seeing the conversation. I can't remember if you listen to phone calls either. I can't remember. Tends to use names of people close to him as passwords. This has been strongly discouraged, but so far ignored by the subject. Informant. Yes, Bouquet is our informant. Placed inside the Pargesian army for years, now vanished into thin air. You surely grasp the danger this poses should it ever come out. Yeah. You need to understand what happened, and then possibly retrieve him or contain the damage. Gee, great. Thanks. Glad to know if anything ever happens to me, they'll be really worried about me. containing the damage. To get to the bottom of this, we will have to investigate the person who caught him last, Raban Vhart. I already found a trace to him before on the Beholder. I will turn Vhart into a target person now. Time to pick up from there. Okay. Well, can I put... Can I... wait, how do I... Okay. I want to do this before I do anything. Luckily, McKay is using one of our registered phone devices to communicate with us. It seems to be online right now. You can access it using the Insider tool, which I will unlock for you now. So yeah, we can go on his phone here. Oh, yeah, phone. Let's fix a desktop. Of course, McKay has locked his phone with our own encryption tool. I'm afraid not even Orwell can break that. You have to do this the old-fashioned way by finding and applying McKay's key. See if you can find a hint to discover his password. You may have to dig a little deeper to uncover it, though, so it may be advisable to check other resources first. Okay, well, that's a good bit of information. I think we can just remember that on ourselves. I'm not going to add this to it in past time. Raban Vhart is known as the editor-in-chief and founder of the highly controversial blog, The People's Voice. Okay, cool. People's Voice, we have heard of them. This preposterous news site has people rallying for protests in Parges for years. Judging by that call, Raban Vhart and Oleg McKay seem well acquainted, even if it isn't the most friendly relationship, apparently. Task here is twofold, Agent. First and foremost, we are to locate Oleg McKay. Then, in order to understand whether Vhart is behind McKay's disappearance, we need to find out what connects the two in the first place. Okay. Anyway, I think I'm going to end the video here. I'm intrigued. I'm curious where this can go. I know I'm weird. I like games that... I mean, games that have a lot of gameplay, you know, yeah, I love those too, but I like games like this a lot too, where you're unfolding, you know, the story, you know, and there's a lot of information that's not important, but it's interesting too, you know. It adds to the story, you know what I mean? And I'm definitely weird. I didn't care much for a lot of the Grand Theft Auto games. I definitely think they're good games. I see why people like them, but the most enjoyment I got out of the Grand Theft Auto games is especially like 4. I remember trying 4 out. I just watched TV. I mean, I tried playing the game too, but I was like, I got bored. But I was just like watching TV, you know, seeing what all goofy stuff they added on there, you know. And I remember like the radio stuff. I enjoyed stuff like that, you know, funny commentary type stuff. So yeah, stuff like this I really dig. So yeah, I may play Orwell as a Let's Play eventually. The first game, and I guess maybe this one too. Maybe. It'll be on down the line. I'd like to forget it a bit more before I play it, because I still remember I kind of remember how it ends. I'd like to forget that a little bit, to make sure I don't accidentally spoil anything, you know. So yeah, it's a really good game. I believe this is going to be a really good game too. But the first Orwell, let me see how much it is. Well, they probably made a third game, and I'm going to go and be like, gotta get it. Oh wow. Well, the first game is regular price $10, but as of this moment when I'm recording it, it's $2.49. Yeah, it's just for like a day and a half left. Yeah. So think I look on Steam. There's like a what sale's going on now? It's a Lunar New Year sale. Okay, that's why it's on sale. So you can catch the first game pretty cheap. This video will probably be out probably a week or two after I record this, so it probably won't be on sale then. But yeah, still worth it. You know, the first game and this game, and you can probably find them on sale. You know, within 2-3 months. You know, I would think either here, maybe Humble Bundle. So yeah, you can probably catch it on sale. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe I did buy it on Humble Bundle for $8. Maybe that's where I bought it for a little bit of a discount. But anyway, I'm going to shut up. I'm going to play some more of it on my own. I do hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like, and let me know what you thought, and subscribe if you haven't. And yeah, see you guys in the next one. Later there, folks.